Hey everyone, welcome back to Chris Does Crypto, where we cover the latest and greatest crypto news, keeping you informed and up to date in an easy way to understand. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Cardano ADA. I've got a big question to ask all of you about something. Am I wrong about Cardano and Cardano's governance? We're going to dig into all of that. Some really interesting stuff that Charles has been talking about. There is a whopping $15 Cardano ADA price prediction for 2025. And we're going to delve into some other questions around this bull market. Are we going to continue to bleed out, or is this going to be the calm before the storm? Let's dig into it. Let's go. So we're going to start here on coin market cap. We've had another pullback, down 1.44% for the total market cap of crypto globally, now standing at $3.13 trillion. Bitcoin at $96,000, down 1.32%, 5.42% in the last 7 days. And then we've got Cardano ADA is at 69 cent 52, down 4.41% in the past 24 hours, and down a whopping 25.22% in the last 7 days. So my first question that I want to ask you all is, are we likely to see green candles and the start of a bull run come mid-February? So I'm talking about the 15th of February onwards. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Do you think that we're going to continue downwards and we've had the bull market, or are we going to see altcoins start to really rally on to the upside from the 15th onwards? Really interested to get your views and opinions on that. I'm still on the fence, but I do think we are going to see a green February once we get a bit further into February. But look, let's have a look at some of the underlying data as well about what's going on with the crypto market. We've got the fear and greed index. 35 is the rating, and it's fear at the moment, so in that orange zone. Again, I think overall the market's handled this big pullback quite well, right? I think that we are seeing signs of strength. This is a bigger liquidations than we saw with FTX, which basically took us down into a bear market. So this is standing up to the pressures that's put upon it, right? So we've got altcoin season index at 29. We're going to start monitoring this more. 29 out of 100, so we're not there just yet. Volume is down, and I think we've got to be looking at that. We've got the market cap 100 index down 1.54%, but the inflows for the ETFs are actually up 171.3 million for the 7th of February. So some positive signs there from an institutional playbook. I don't know if that's the right words, the right terminology, but look, what do I mean by this? I was talking about this in yesterday's videos. Institutions don't play to the same rule book as everybody else, right? We saw Donald Trump Jr. Basically saying that it's time to buy ETH is now, and then put $171 million worth of ETH on the exchange. Now we could only guess that that's to sell, right? That just makes sense. You don't put it on an exchange to add more to it. You take it off the exchange if you're doing that. So it looks like he's planning on selling, and it's just market manipulation. And you make 10%, and we keep seeing Bitcoin come down to like 96,000, and then it's getting close to that 100 K mark, and then it's back down again. 10% on 171 million is 17 million, right? They're not playing to the same rules as you and I, right? So we've got to be aware of that. I think there's a lot of market manipulation going on. It's a trader's market. I said that it's going to be volatile in this period, and they won't be doing this forever. I really don't think they will. There's far more money to be made, bringing everybody in and bringing in mainstream adoption, and you're talking about, hundreds of percent, in gains rather than 10%. So, there's much more money to be made. And we've got Cardano ADA struggles to recover as bears maintain control. Again, just talking about the 25% drop here. Again, all of this stuff for me is, it's the stuff going on in the market, right? This isn't fundamental issues with blockchain technology or blockchain projects like Cardano. This is a market issue. This is the trade wars, which, again, is just something that I've called it as it is so far, right? I've been very accurate with my predictions, my forecasting, and when they were talking about all this, trade war stuff, it is posturing, right? It is, publicly putting stuff out there, right, which is going to move markets, which, people are benefiting from. I'm not suggesting they're doing this to benefit from it, but seeing it as it is and knowing the people that are behind a lot of this stuff, it just seems really obvious to me that when they put this stuff out publicly, particularly around the trade wars, deals and the negotiations are going to follow. And, we saw that with Mexico. We saw that with Canada. We saw the markets react. We know that people are making big money from knowing this stuff that they're doing. So, yeah, look, for me, I think this is all volatility in the short term. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. We got Cardano network activity surges amid market volatility. And again, this just highlights the fact that this isn't a fundamental issue with blockchain projects, right? This is the wider market conflicts and stuff that's being put out there publicly that is leading to these issues. So for me, I think we're in a good place. And, the lower we go down, I actually believe that this is a good thing more long term, in the respect that I believe that this is going to lead us to even higher percentage gains. So look, I don't think that we're going to see, a $15, Cardano ADA price come the end of 2025. I really don't. I think we're likely to see between $5 and $7. I think that is realistic. You can let me know, do you agree, disagree? Do you think I'm being too conservative? Really interested to get your views and opinions. We've got Cardano founder reveals decentralized roadmap and budget overhaul. And this is, I've talked quite a lot about, how I feel about the governance aspect of things, that I don't think that it's, the best scenario. I don't think you're going to get the right people making the decisions and so on. And I've raised concerns about, how I think it'll go, just like all the others. But, Charles Hoskinson, is putting stuff out there, and it is interesting to read, right, and interesting to listen to. And again, I just want to ask the question: am I wrong? Am I wrong about having concerns around, the governance process and, how the governance is going to work? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. But look, Charles is talking about, if they can prove this concept and they can get it right, with committees, workshops, and, going through all these proposals and so on, right, then what's to stop, anyone doing this, right? And what I mean by this is, if Cardano succeeds under this model, it could be transformative. And this is what Charles is saying. If Cardano is successful, we've proven that for any governing structure, a corporation, a nation state, you name it, imagine the kind of world we could be living in without CEOs and presidents and kings. So again, I think governance is there for the taking. If it can be done in the right way and it can be executed, well and proven, which it hasn't up to this point, in my humble opinion, then yeah, it could be transformative. We could see, states, countries, all on the blockchain, with taxpayers being able to make decisions, taxpayers being able to see what money is being spent on. I mean, we see what's coming out of the US with what Elon Musk and Doge and all this stuff that President Trump and the guys are working on. We see this. We see, what was it? There's a fish, 100 grand of taxpayers' money on a fish experiment, whether it's more aggressive on and off whiskey. I mean, like, come on. Just one of the scenarios that I saw. Don't quote me on whether it was whiskey or another form of alcohol, but there's just really obscene spending going on, wasted corruption, perhaps that is happening, right? And we see this out of the US. And like other parts of the world, like the UK, it's going to be the same, right? I've been in Westminster. I've talked to some of these people, and there's corruption throughout. So it's interesting to see, right? And there is a need to have it all on the blockchain. And if Cardano managed to get it right, then maybe they're the chain to be on, and to basically have the governance structure across the world would be really, really interesting. So Cardano, in the beginning of a monster parabolic rally to $15, according to an analyst. Early to buy this token, apparently. So again, just really interesting is Ali charts again. I don't know, like, if this is paid content or what, but like that where he's got a really big following, but his analysis keeps getting called out. So again, just really interesting. I think that we are on the verge of a massive bull run. Charles thinks it, I think it, Nick thinks it, our analysts think it. I've mentioned it a few times. Our forecasting has been immense. So, is it going to be any different this time? I don't know. But look, $15 for me isn't going to happen. I'll be very, very surprised, pleasantly surprised, and I hope I'm wrong because I'll be filthy rich. But, I think $5 to $7 is very, very realistic. Moving on, we've got Cardano price faces flash crash as market liquidations tops $240 million. So again, are we starting to basically see some movements up and then flash crash? I think the flash crash has happened. We're down 25%. And ultimately, if I can get my words out, I think we're on the cusp of, maybe one more week, and then we'll start to see some green in the market and moves to the upside. Let me know whether you agree, disagree. Really interested to get your views and opinions. Join us in the free Discords. Absolutely free to join. Link in the description of the video. Over 7,300 people supporting one another navigate this space safely. And I'd love to have more meaningful conversations with you. So, join us in the free Discord. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.